Because I just heard the noise.
That fast motherfucker.
Oh my god.
You son of a bitch!
You almost killed him. What the fuck? Oh, Remy, Jesus. She just straight up licked my dick.
I'm gonna leave that for you.
Y'all just licked my dick, bro.
She got excited!
What's going on, everybody?
Jeez, the dog?
That is animal abuse.
Fuck?
She came over here.
What's going on, everybody? Gambling Gamers back with another episode of Views Beyond the News.
God.
Today, we have something different, mainly because there's not a whole lot to talk about. So, we mainly have two things in store, maybe three, depending on how nerdy these fuckers want to get with it. First and foremost, I want to start with the video game industry. And he's holding the whole fucking dog.
It's pretty comfortable.
I hope he's still in frame, because it'd be funny if he wasn't, but Remy was.
Remy's the new member
She's
of the
gonna take my
podcast.
spot now. Just make her talk.
But the video game industry. And what specifically with the video game industry? I want to talk more along the lines of how video games have evolved from straight up just being enjoyable $60 content to being half-made pieces of shit that require you to spend shitloads of money on microtransactions for shit that should have been just cosmetically in the game, shit that instead of pay to like just pay for the cosmetics, it's pay to win. I just want to talk about how the video game industry has changed basically kind of for the worst over the last couple of years.
Well, I don't know. Microtransactions can only work for some games. And I know you're going to hate this, but
I would like to
Fortnite,
correct you on one part. They're not pay to win.
Fortnite did it right, though. They gave you a free game with microtransactions.
But what about all the artists they ripped off? All those dances.
And they do rip off superheroes too, kinda.
Because you saw the meme of Stan Lee and the Avengers, right?
What?
They had like an Avengers setup, kind of like they had like these costumed heroes with like Fortnite weapons, and Stan Lee's just like, why? Why have you forsaken me?
Oh. I thought you meant like in real life that you
I thought
actually
you
said something.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
I was like, did you say
Backpack
that
Cake
before
can
he
go suck a
died?
dick, honestly.
I mean, I could see that there's a place for microtransactions.
But like Fortnite, that's a place for microtransactions.
In a game like Fortnite, it makes sense. The base game stays the same. You're paying for a cosmetic item that literally doesn't fucking matter. You just want it because it makes you look cool. That's fine.
I mean, cosmetics is fine for microtransactions. But when you're like excluding certain content,
Well, 99% of stuff is microtransactions now. It started with Advanced Warfare when they had the fucking supply crates.
Supply crates are one of, I believe, the worst things to come to gaming.
I
hate
played
those.
that. The one gun, the best gun in the game was locked behind a paywall. That's pay to win. And that shit, I can't tell you the absurd amount of money my dumb teenage ass spent on those supply drops. I never got the fucking gun, dude. Ever.
I don't think I ever bought
I
a
had
supply
every
drop.
other variant in that game.
I
Besides
did.
that one. He had it because he's a fuck. It was called the Steel Tempest.
See, I just got all my shit out of the crates you earned from leveling up. Like, I never once bought a loot box.
I bought the $10 crate, and I asked Tyler what the gun was. He told me, and I said, I got it out of my first crate. And I never opened up
That
the
actually
rest.
sounds like some regular shit you do. I'd be like, God, I really want this melee weapon. And Ryan's like, oh, I just got it out of this fucking box. I'm like, all right, I'll go fuck myself then.
They should implement a trading thing. You can trade shit.
See, but they do in Rocket League. And that's what I love about Rocket League.
Yeah,
is
they have a trading system.
You get rewards, and you
That's
get
cool.
They give you free rewards that you can trade in. So, like, if you get like 5 rewards that are all tier 2, you can trade them in for a tier 3 item, or you can actually trade with other players and swap cars and tires and toppers and shit back and forth, which I think is fantastic. But then Rocket League also offers chests. There's grand chests, Turismo chests, and you can buy keys to open them, and they just give you more exclusive shit. But it kind of brings me to a point of something that I'm so tired of seeing, and that would be battle passes. I'm so tired of every game having a battle pass now.
Battle pass
That doesn't bother me. If the game
Rocket
is
League
free, it
has
doesn't
it.
bother me.
Apex has it. Fortnite has it. I'm sure. I don't know if
Smite
PUBG has.
has
I don't play
one.
PUBG anymore.
Yeah,
Smite has it.
PUBG has it.
It doesn't bother me if the game's free. Because they have to make money somehow. Because you're paying, you get a free game. If you want to pay for more stuff, you can. If you don't, you don't. But like games that cost, like how much did Smite cost?
But in a way, they're basically.
Like, I'm not gonna buy the battle pass for that because you don't get all the gods with the game, and then you have to. The game you have to buy the game anyway.
But
Bad.
everything that comes in the battle pass is purely cosmetic as well.
Yeah.
Like I think battle passes are kind of dumb. And it'd be one thing if only, like, say Fortnite did the battle pass first. Say they did. If all battle royales did a battle pass, fine. But now you got games like Smite, who are very exact copies of League of Legends and Dota, who now have battle passes. Rocket League's in a category of its own. It's now got a Rocket Pass.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of the microtransactions. I'm so sick of them. But I cannot say that I have not bought a battle pass before. I did buy the one for Apex, and I did buy one for Rocket League. And I'll never do it again, because I don't play them enough to actually get to level 100.
Microtransactions are never gonna go away though. Ever.
They won't.
See,
And especially with companies like EA, that are the forerunners behind microtransactions.
EA is the worst. You know that they had to when Battlefront
Wars.
came out. They took away all microtransactions in that game for like 6 months because they had to rework it all because everyone just stopped playing the game and stopped buying stuff. So they lost money because they were trying just to scam everybody.
Well-
because to get the cards you needed to upgrade your like each class you had to get chests, and to earn the chests it took way too long. So you had to buy crystals, and then the crystals you had to put that into like an in-game currency, then buy the chests.
The only
was
company
dumb.
that I liked having microtransactions was Valve, because for Counter Strike, the microtransactions, how it worked was you paid it, whatever skin that you got out of it. They had their own other money system that you can sell it and get your money back.
See, now that's
reasonable.
See, but one
That's
of
a
the things,
risk reward thing though.
one of the things
Yeah.
I don't like though is like they give you the incentive, like Anthem. Anthem's one of the biggest pieces of shit to drop. It really is. Like, it looks stunning, but it's a piece of shit.
Can we not talk about it?
As much
She's
as
fragile little.
yeah, as
Dude,
much.
Tyler was so
That's
upset.
the only game that has ever broke my heart. Was that game because
Well,
I bought it for him because he was like, I think it's gonna be shit, and I was like, no, dude, it's gonna be a great game. I have hope for it.
Yeah,
Poor guy.
I tried to call that one, but one of the biggest things about Anthem is that its E3 footage was completely fake. It was a trailer they threw together with nothing that was actually in the game yet because EA was pushing a deadline that BioWare was not ready to meet. So
Yeah, fuck EA.
we've talked about it quite often.
I like BioWare.
The developers
Fuck EA. I
at
hate
BioWare
EA.
have openly stated that Anthem easily needed 8 more months of production because there was shit that EA was trying to push on them that they didn't agree with. Like, the biggest problem they had was they wanted to use the Unreal Engine because it's one of the greater engines for making games.
Is there a new one coming out?
They were stuck with EA and DICE's Frostbite, which they use for Battlefield.
Yeah.
And the two games are so different that that engine just does not work with Anthem. So they had to completely rework a lot of their mechanics, the way you played the game, the way it looked, because they were using an engine that they fucking hated. On top of that, EA at one point, you know, the mission where we were trying to get in the tombs and we had to complete the challenges?
Yeah.
Those missions originally from not BioWare but from EA were supposed to take 2 to 3 days to complete and grind out because EA, clearly the game is underdeveloped.
That took me a day to do.
Literally the game's underdeveloped. There's not enough to do. Literally the 4 strongholds. I understand that you enjoy grinding. From my perspective, the strongholds are pieces of shit. They're boring to play. Especially after you've played them 2 or 3 times.
I
There's
enjoy
no
them
point.
once you get to level 30 because you get it's nice seeing an orange thing pop out and wondering what the masterwork's going to be or wondering what the legendary is going to be.
After this much time, not one orange item would change my mind at this point. Like,
Wait until you get one. It's fun.
I'll never hit level 30. I'll stay at level 25 forever at this point.
You should at least get to level 30. Because level
It's
30
not
is where
worth the grind.
It gets fun though.
It's not worth the grind. It's not. But those missions were originally supposed to take you 3 to 4 days because there's not enough content in the game. It was meant for EA to make you grind, so they had more time to put more of the game in the game that should have already been there. They basically made you pay for a $60 product that was half complete, is a piece of shit, and now it has to go through all the fixes. They completely rushed BioWare in each and every way, and then that
Hate
brings
that
you
shit.
that brings you to the microtransactions. And this is where my point was heading was in Anthem, you have the in-game currency, which is the coins, and then you can buy the shards.
No.
Yeah.
It's cool, but at the same time, it's one of those, like, those coins are hard to earn, like a shitload of
You have
them.
to grind for those.
So it's just easier to pay $10 and buy the skin. I think that's bullshit. Like, I get that's how they're making money, and EA is the front runner for microtransactions.
They're not the front runner. They're evil.
No. They're
fucks.
like the heads, but like they're the leading company that enjoys microtransactions. That's what I mean by heads.
Fucking pricks is what they
And
are. Shit's annoying.
I get that you have to make money somewhere off of your own failure, but you're completely robbing the player from a basic, enjoyable $60
Thank you,
experience by
EA.
giving them a half-made piece of shit that you require them to pay money for it. I think it's bullshit.
Yes, thank you, EA, for fucking me in the ass and not taking me to dinner.
Because
I would have
get
enjoyed even an appetizer. But no,
Well-
it just straight raw dogged me, man.
things like DLC.
Not okay.
Like Call of Duty releases a battle pass. They drop 4 map packs. There's 4 multiplayer maps. There's occasionally maybe a new gun.
There's only
There's
3
a new zombie
multiplayer
map.
maps now.
Either way, I get that. That to me is close to the $20 bundle they make you pay for. Like, I don't disagree with that. But recently on Anthem, the new like gold white skin, the emote next to it's like 21,000 currency, and like some of the other skins have been upwards of like 30. The newest one on there is 61,000 currency.
Jesus Christ.
You'd have to grind so fucking
Oh, the
long
gold
to get
coins?
that. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
that's ridiculous.
I looked at it and I was like, fuck it. Oh,
And when I looked at it last night, it was like 8 minutes until market change. I was like, what? I was like, who the fuck? I'm just going to grind out 61,000 coins. Fuck that shit. I was like, I played one stronghold with him last night, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm going to go back and play Minecraft or some shit. Fuck this.
I mean, I don't know. I think the hardest part is getting from where we end up. Most people end the game at what? Like, I think they said like 22, 23 is where you're supposed to finish the campaign part of it. I finished it at 26. You finished it at like 24, 23. Ryan finished it at the same one I did because we had to play it with you. Because did you stream it? We do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we streamed it, and so we had to wait for you. So me and Ryan just went around and did a bunch of random shit when you weren't playing it.
Yeah, I'll never get to 30 then. Ever. It'll never happen.
I mean, you can get a few levels if you go in free play mode. Just roam around for a little bit.
Free play is the worst game mode in that. Because
I think they fixed a lot of stuff in it though.
they give you this massive open world for you to explore, but then everything's basically the same. They give you the same missions, they give you the
Yeah.
same reruns,
That's
the
what I don't
enemies are
like.
the same. The game has beyond so much potential, but EA fucked over BioWare. And there's actually talk that the next Dragon Age game, canceled and rebooted by EA.
I hope EA burns in hell.
I hope they do too. They're a terrible company.
Piss me off.
They really are.
Ruined Star Wars for me, man.
The only
I
thing
wanted Battlefront and Battlefront 2 to be so fucking cool, and then you got there and it was like, hey, to get a better Stormtrooper, you have to buy some crates. And it's like, go fuck yourself.
see,
You know they boycotted those games for like forever. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
That's
about.
what
They
he was talking
boycotted them. So they completely took out transactions in that game. You could not buy anything, so you were stuck with the level of it for like a long fucking time.
but let's talk about the actual
Dumb as fuck.
microtransactions. Clearly, the most, I don't want to say relevant, but the one you see the one you see the most
I can't
is
believe I
purely
thought of that word.
cosmetic.
And that's fine. I don't mind if I want
I don't mind
extra
cosmetics.
cosmetic. I don't mind paying for it.
Like
Yeah.
League, we all have
Okay.
shitloads of skins we didn't have to pay for. We bought
Yeah.
for each other. We got shitloads of skins that just make you look cool.
League's microtransactions isn't really fucked up if you think about it.
They're
Because they
not.
still give you the opportunity to unlock the skin through grinding out for chests and keys.
Exactly.
Or you still have the option to buy chests and keys, which isn't bad.
And then even with champions, you can get blue essence from shit. You can
Yeah.
unlock the champions.
And but they kind of have like a battle pass system almost with the prestige system.
Yeah.
And
No, it's
that's
not a
a
battle,
little-
but you said to buy fucking $30 paywall.
And but like you don't have to get that skin. Like the whole entire none of their none of
But it's kind of like Smite. I was talking to you about Smite. They added several new characters, and his favorite right now is Merlin.
Merlin, give me that wizard. That shit's awesome,
Merlin
dude.
is an OP piece of shit. Nobody should play him.
So much fun.
Basically, people with no skill should play Merlin.
What? He takes a lot of skill to use.
Bullshit.
Go fuck yourself.
I've watched you play him.
Have
Mike
you
doesn't.
tried to use him?
I don't own him.
Oh yeah, go fuck yourself. He's
I'm not
fun.
rich like you.
I used the fucking free
So-
favor you got in the game, you asshole.
So-
Don't you fucking hey!
So, one of the, like, similarly to there being a buy wall, There's one skin in the game he wants.
It's
but
like a $50 paywall.
You can't get it unless you buy 5 of their like special
It's
opportunity crates.
4,500 crystals.
You have to buy 5
Because
of
they're
those
each
crates, and
900, and there's 5.
then they give you it once you reach that paywall.
That's dumb.
That's so dumb. I mean, I get
Those
it.
4,500 crystals also have like 12 other skins in them, but I don't want them.
I
I just
get
want
it.
that one skin. That's dude.
But
He's
it's
so
crazy.
fucking cool. I will go show you right now how cool
No,
that
he
skin
showed
is.
it to me.
Yeah, I know. I made him look at
Fucking
it.
cool.
I played Smite
It's not
with him
worth
once.
$50.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
It's so fucking cool.
I paid $20 for a Hibwa skin one time on Xbox.
What skin was that?
The Molten Lava one. Because it was so badass. It looks like this demon in like a volcano. It looked really cool. It wasn't worth $20. After I played him, I was like, I could have just stuck with the
Yeah, no, I usually get that feeling when I buy a skin on League, and I'm like, I really didn't have to spend $20 for this.
You're
Or
like,
$10 for it.
can't eat tonight.
I know, yeah, it was my dinner tonight. Oh well.
But purely cosmetic
That's
microtransactions
fine.
are fine.
Those
Because
don't
at
That's
that
why
point,
you would spend money on a
Or
game.
like emotes and
Like,
stuff.
on a
that
free
doesn't
game.
Bother me.
well, because at that point it comes down to how hard are you willing to flex on somebody? Are you going to no skin? Are you going to use the best skin? Those are perfectly fine. But when it comes down to, and my biggest example here is Fallout 76. Because Fallout 76, Bethesda took one of their biggest leading titles right next to the Elder Scrolls, and they jumped into the multiplayer market with it. And the trailers looked amazing.
Didn't they fuck themselves?
People were so excited. They're like, holy shit, you can play Fallout in a group of 4 now. You get to explore West Virginia, country roads, take me the fuck home.
And then they fucked it.
And now nobody plays the fucking game. Because it's a piece of shit, the economy sucks, and the changes they're implementing make no fucking sense because they're basically pay to win. And I've told Tyler about this.
I didn't even play the game, but it's ridiculous.
One of the things they're doing is they're adding repair kits, which are fine if they were obtainable easily through in-game. They've basically stated that these repair kits, there are normal repair kits and basically greater repair kits. And one of them repairs like one piece of armor, and then like the greater one repairs like your whole outfit. The problem with it is the way to get it in-game requires you to beat like one of the higher level bosses that requires 4 people and you to be like above level 30. Like you have to have grinded the game and be high enough level to beat it. And there's like a 15% chance it'll drop the repair kit. What they're doing is in the Atom Shop, you can buy these repair kits for actual money and you can repair yourself in the field instead of having to use items and scraps you pick up in-game. So people can now, if you're duking it out with another clan, if they're in trouble and they just bought like 30 repair kits, they're just going to sit on the field and repair themselves while you're struggling.
Just 2 squads going after this fuck ton of repair kits? Like, who can heal faster, motherfuckers?
Well, because then they were also going to add loot lunch boxes, which if you've ever played the Fallout games, they have little lunch boxes. Sometimes there's achievements, you get perks from them. They are looking to add those into Fallout 76, and the biggest problem with them is when one person buys them and they open the crate, if we're this close, all 3 of you get the rewards from my crate.
That's cool.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's what's in the rewards that's bullshit. The lunch boxes have opportunities to contain like
Glad I don't play that game. I'd fucking get all the shit and you guys would just stand around me.
well, literally, like one of the possibilities is like you could get a piece of armor that's 40% resistant to radiation. That's bullshit.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Basically,
Pretty much
you
you
have a
can't lose
40% that you're resistant to radiation by 40% at that point. So, like in Fallout, when you take radiation damage, your health doesn't like drain, but a red bar pops up to show how much radiation poisoning you have, and it depletes your health, and you can't fill it back up till you get rid of the radiation. Basically, you can get armor out of these things that give you a huge advantage in game. And people are pissed about it because it's bullshit.
I don't think advantages in game should be a thing. That's dumb.
They shouldn't. You should not be able to pay to
that'd
win.
Like if Anthem added specific abilities and masterwork items and legendary items in crates. That would piss me off.
That'd be such bullshit.
That would piss me off beyond belief because then there's no point in playing anything else in the game. I can just buy a few crates and get the shit I need.
That's why I want more MMOs. God damn it.
Well, because there are some games like ESO, Elder Scrolls Online.
Ooh, garbage.
It is kind of a piece of shit, but I still play it.
You gotta be careful when you say things like that in front of him, man.
He agrees it's garbage.
I think ESO's a piece of shit, but I play it. I do because because ESO, you're basically looking at a World of Warcraft game in the Elder Scrolls universe, but it's free to play.
I'm just saying, we can hop back on World of Warcraft at any time.
But you have to pay for the memberships.
It's fine. fine.
It's
Not when you don't
insane.
have a
It's not
fucking
happening.
job. But one of the things they do in ESO is you have the option to play the game for free. You should turn your volume down. You have the option to play the game for free, which is perfectly fine. But then, stuff that's in like the base version of Skyrim, like the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild, you have to pay for those add-ons, which isn't the end of the world. But then what Bethesda has done is you can subscribe to their ESO Plus membership. You get like unlimited inventory space. You get better upgrades. You get better shit from it. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't know. Altering the game in any way besides cosmetic is bullshit. It really
Don't even
is.
get me started on cosmetics. You don't know how much money I spent on.
You've probably spent thousands of dollars on CS:GO.
No, on Fortnite. It's pretty bad.
My God.
I spent.
Do you remember like
$500
when
on
we played
Fortnite.
Modern Warfare 2 and the
Tyler spent.
like before microtransactions, they'd just be like,
What
"Hey
the
man,
fuck?
you want the $15 DLC here?
Exactly.
Just get a couple maps."
Well-
that was like cosmetics too.
well,
It's
like,
like, hey, you get to play on a couple
The
different
best
maps.
thing
and
it
all
is
that
about
stuff.
CS:GO is like back then, before they got rid of it because it was illegal at the time, was gambling. It's like you just threw your skins in and like they bet it like into a lottery.
Oh, I bet that made him so hard. I'm gonna win, I'm gonna lose!
Dude, I got $2,000 and I sold half of it,
And then he probably lost it all.
and then I lost the rest of it. So
Yeah.
then I had to restart getting everything back.
Yeah, could you? That's why he's not coming to Vegas with us. You'd be like, I just won like $20,000. Come back 10 minutes later. I bought too many hookers. Like,
Or he's like, "Guys, I lost $100,000."
you only had what?
I was like, "Well, I won $300,000,
I also bet Josh.
and then I gave $200,000 to the hookers for our room tonight, and I wanted to gamble the last $100,000 away, and now it's all gone." So we don't have any money for alcohol for the hookers.
Guys, we're walking home.
Like now,
I also betted our hotel room.
and our flights. Just
And
And I
our,
may have given them Tyler's credit card.
I also betted away Tyler's car that's at the airport. So
Bye, Tina.
no.
But
I
overall,
feel like she's dying.
I personally think that microtransactions are ruining the video game economy. I really do. Because in terms of like money, yes, the companies are generating a profit from it, but it's becoming more, instead of actually playing the game, now you want all the collectible shit that they're basically forcing you to hopefully randomly get.
I wonder what would happen if just for like they didn't experiment for like a week or a month or however long they want to do it, where they made all the skins they were going to sell accessible by playing the game and grinding to see if people are just going to be impatient and just buy it, or they would actually try to grind.
See, but
I feel like that. I feel like everyone would still buy it just because people are impatient.
no.
They don't give a shit.
I actually kind of
So it
agree
doesn't
with that.
matter if you make it to where you can grind
Because
for it or just buy it. People are impatient.
Would you
They're
remember
gonna buy it
like
anyway.
when cosmetics were grindable, like in Modern Warfare 2 when you wanted Red Tiger, you had to grind
Yeah.
the headshots for it? People just started boosting and cheating. So like
I definitely did boost in that
I
game.
so did too.
I boosted all the fucking time.
I
Bro.
boosted
One of the
Black
homies
Ops
wanted the
2.
Blue Tiger, bro. I don't mind wasting
I'm
3
pretty sure I
free-for-all
boosted
games
with
for
you and you a few times in Modern Warfare 2.
Good old tack insertions.
We'd literally find like on
I used to be a booster hunter.
on estate it was that back fishing shed by underneath it by the shore. Me and Chris just sit back there and just get headshots.
I was like,
Like, have I ever noticed some fishy business? I was a booster hunter. I'd be like,
but
Oh, I was too.
I
can hear
did, I did more of the boosting for leveling up. Like I don't give a shit about the skins on my guns. I did it because I wanted to unlock the next gun.
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit about the cosmetics at that point.
I
But
love the camos.
I do agree with Tyler. I think even if they did end up making
I
them
don't think it
free,
matters.
there's a certain point where like
I think 80% of people
you
would
have
just buy
enough
it.
money and you know you can spend it on this item,
Impatient.
you're probably going to do it because you can.
Yeah.
Which it makes sense. At that point, it's a smart marketing choice for microtransactions. I just think they're ruining the wholesome feel of what video games should be. You should get a full $60 product. You should not have to get a half-made piece of shit.
I think that's I think getting a half-made game has become a regular thing.
It
now
is.
in
It
an
has
industry.
become norms to send out a game in pre. It's been stated that Anthem is in pre-alpha, basically. And
What?
that's what they basically stated is Anthem is in a pre-alpha stage because it's not complete. They're still adding shit that should have
Pre-alpha?
been. Yeah, like they've completely just fucked everything up.
That's but That's ridiculous. Pre-alpha's
Before
like...
alpha.
Exactly.
Before alpha.
Exactly. Like,
That's how bad it is.
it makes no fucking
Ladies and
sense.
gentlemen, that's what pre means. Pre means before.
Well, yeah, but if it was alpha, I would have been okay with it. But
No,
pre-alpha's
what? No,
awful.
you don't release a game in alpha. You don't even release a game in beta. You release a complete game.
No, beta depends though.
Yeah.
It depends on if you're
Some
testing
games,
it.
yeah.
Well, beta. That's what I meant. Like beta
Yeah.
testing is
Well,
fine.
all Steam
You
games
do not release-
are all beta and pre-alphas.
A lot of Steam games, when you click on play now, it tells you it's early access. Shit will be fucked up and it will go
and
wrong.
it's all pre-alpha, but they already
But
have everything
it's
on
one
there.
thing if an early access game is free to play.
Yeah.
But if it's something like Ark Survival Evolved, that's pre-alpha. They're releasing a game that they are still currently trying to make work, and then they're selling it for $40 until it's complete. Then it's $60.
Go fuck yourself.
That's bullshit.
See,
fucked
and like
up,
I don't
man.
mind.
Wait, I can't believe it was released in pre-alpha. Could
Yeah,
you
all
imagine
all
what would
Steam
happen
games.
if it was not? It's not a Steam game. Talk about Anthem. Could you imagine if it was released in like full complete game?
I think it easily could have got Game of the Year. Easy. But because EA had
I wouldn't be
was
sitting here.
rushing
I'd be over
deadlines,
there.
I just...
Still playing Anthem.
Tyler is 110% correct on that. When it comes
Such
to
bullshit.
releasing a game before
Wow, you
it's meant
just
to be
agreed.
released... Yeah.
100%. You just agreed with me on something.
Can we mark this moment for a second, lady? This is the first time this has ever happened in our friendship. We've been friends for over...
A lot of
14,
years.
15 years now. Upwards of 16, probably.
around 16 years, and we've never 100% agreed on anything.
Except for like Asian women, but
Yeah.
besides the point.
He is 100% right. It is becoming so
Is that
normal.
why I'm here?
Yes,
Both like Asian women, and I'm the closest to that.
I like Asian.
Want me to
Most
All of us. I think all
a
three
lot-
of us like Asian women.
A lot of companies at this point are releasing games early. They're not complete. I'm trying to make a valid point here.
I'm uncomfortable.
I made an Asian joke.
Thank you for being normal.
I'm normal. I just agreed that we all.
No,
like
I saw
Asian
the way
women.
you looked at him. You looked at him seductively.
I did this. For like,
Perfectly
for like a
fine.
sideways
I
pussy.
would shout out my Twitter, but they already follow me.
He's right. It's becoming so normal to basically create a trailer of what looks like will be this fantastic game and then release it in the alpha to beta stages and then have it go completely horribly wrong. You're like, you know what? You paid $60 for it. Give us like another 8 months to fix it.
I've never been honey dicked so hard in my entire life.
I haven't actually know Kingdom Hearts 3 honey dick the shit out of me, but I will not talk about that.
See, what happened to you in Kingdom Hearts 3 happened to me
No.
in Anthem.
It was
You
worse.
didn't have 12 to 15 years of your childhood built up for that.
I had $120. I had $140 invested in Anthem.
12 years of my childhood destroyed. But
But hey, there's gonna be another game.
that's bullshit. If they make another Kingdom Hearts game, even
heard
though they
that.
kind of have to, it's bullshit.
No, I just heard knocking.
I heard thunder.
No. So, I don't know what to think of it. Because the fact that it's becoming so normal to release a game before it's even complete, so you can milk money out of people for microtransactions for a half-complete piece of shit, only to later on try to improve the game. And some games make a comeback. Some games end up turning their shit around. They come back, they make
But
it
it's
bigger,
years
better.
later.
Because one of the biggest games right now that is the biggest disappointment, and you really have to differ between these two here, is Red Dead. The single player for Red Dead 2 is one of the greatest campaigns I've ever fucking played. The multiplayer, on the other hand, is a depressing piece
It
of
is
shit.
so shitty.
And it's because it's still in beta. They are saying that even after the multiplayer has been out for like months now, it is still in beta. They're still trying to work things out. They're still trying to fix it. It's dying. Nobody wants to play Red Dead Online
The
anymore.
worst part about Anthem was the story and the multiplayer shit.
Yeah. Anthem didn't... The only high note that Anthem had might have been the actual suits themselves and the movement throughout the game. Being able to jump, triple jump,
Yeah, because you
fly.
love the fucking assassin. Oh, I knew that. I was like, this is the person Christian's gonna play.
Those
He likes
are
that.
completely cool concepts that I think worked in Anthem. But outside of that, it just honey-dicked everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry. You called that? You called what? Fuck you. Don't get confused.
Y'all are children.
Sorry, Ruby.
Look at the spikes in the audio waves. That's great.
I love how they look. They're all consistent too. Look at the wave on it. It looks all look the exact same.
So
Remy got up and was
I
like,
don't know,
"What's
but you
going
want
on
to
here?"
know? DayZ's gonna come back.
no, it's not. Daisy's not
The
coming
game
back.
was so shit. Watching you guys play that game from
It
work
makes no
was
sense.
it was such a struggle for me to just watch. I
It's a
was like,
struggle for me to fucking play.
all I wanted to do was watch the stream long enough to get the moment where you guys finally met up and maybe capture a couple moments of you guys fucking around. But as soon as you guys met up after fucking 2 or 3 hours of that bullshit,
We died.
you guys just got fucking domed.
I told Christian let's go, and he
And that
wanted
game
to go
doesn't even have
somewhere else.
microtransactions.
I
That
wanted
game
to
is
go
just
shoot
shit.
the priest zombie, and then some other
don't do
motherfucker
that.
came up and capped my ass. But I think, in general, the stability of the video game market, as technology on it, it's crazy to see how video games at one point in time were considered kind of nerdy, and only boys played them, and girls had better shit to do. And at this day and age, video games are so fucking popular. There are people making
Everybody
thousands
plays
of
them.
dollars
I think
streaming.
it's crazy,
crazy.
that some parents, like now, like my parents, like my family is completely against the idea of me trying to make money off playing video games.
That makes
Why?
no sense.
Like I like
Because this is the day and age to fucking do it.
I know it's the perfect time because I was trying to explain it to my grandma one time, and she was like, "Where's the money in it?" And I was like, "There's a video game out there, hosted a tournament. Guess what the prize was?" She was like, "What?" I was like, "It was $1 million. It was a Fortnite shit." She was like, "Why aren't you playing that game?" Like, are you kidding me right
I don't play that shit.
now? What do I don't play the game? Because you made me go to fucking school. That's fucking why. I could be making $1 million if I did nothing besides play games. But no, you want to make me get an education. Fuck you. You can learn it on anywhere else on the internet.
No.
Shut up.
Gee.
Hey.
It's crazy
No.
to think of where the video game industry came from and where it is now in the popularity of video games.
Dude,
Everybody plays video
Everyone
games now.
like. We had a
Like-
discussion in class the other day, and like our teacher was like, "Who here all plays video games?" Everyone in the class fucking. And he's like, "Y'all are geeks. Accept it." And everyone was like,
You can't say that as 2019.
and this one girl.
Sir, I do not identify as
Well,
a geek.
I was like,
Sir, where's my safe space?
I was like, I'll be a geek, and there's this girl behind me. I'd rather be called a nerd. Thank you. I was like, no. Geek
and Ryan
sounds
turned
way
around
better.
like, you fucking
I was
nerd.
like, you fucking normie. Shut up.
Could you imagine if we started like singling out people who didn't play video games and actually like, went outside?
Yeah.
have them.
Because it's only.
You like sunlight.
I was gonna say they used to make fun of us
You
for
want
playing
vitamin
fucking
D?
video
Huh,
games.
fuck
you.
Dude, I remember so often, like, back in high school, just for reference. Certain
People
people
always thought us- we were
certain
so
people
weird.
did not want to be seen playing video games all day. Example number 1.
Did not give a fuck.
You would Snapchat a girl and I could hear you take your headset off. I'm like, why'd you take your headset off? I didn't want her to know I've been playing video games for 6 hours. Bruh, who cares?
Dude, I remember I was the dude that would text girls like, "Hey, I'm not gonna text back for like an hour. I'm playing this video game."
When like Christian, we would be playing something, and like I'd be standing there like fucking. We're like in the middle of a battle. I'm just like, "Right, what are you doing?" I'm
Do
like,
that
and
shit
all you
the
hear is-
time.
Sorry, I had to send a Snapchat.
I remember him doing that shit. He tried to go corner camp somewhere, and I remember an enemy chased me, and I ran into the room and jumped out of a window, and they killed Ryan. I was like, hey, fuck you.
And nowadays, it's completely normal.
Yeah.
You go on Twitch, and 9 times out of 10, there's a fucking female
I was-
streamer. She's fucking...
I was just about to say, now I don't care because
Now-
I get $10 give to me so I can buy the Aurelia skin.
There's a total difference between being a streamer and then being a hoe on stream. I mean, there
You're a
are some people
hooker.
who are just half
The
naked.
booby streamers.
Yeah, they're women who are half naked.
Say what the who say their goddamn name, Christian. They know who they are. Those booby streamers.
I have no clue who they are.
No, there's just
Hoochie mamas.
there are some female streamers.
They're like
and
Ryan's
there's
Hoochie
nothing
mama.
wrong with it. You're making money. Do you? But there are streamers out there. There are female streamers who are like Ninja. They play games competitively and they're super fucking good at them. And then there are some
Dude,
that
it's
are
so hot. I'm not gonna lie. It's so hot.
Dude,
When
it's
I-
so hard.
turn on.
When a girl's
Dude.
super good at video games, I'm like, oh my
You're just
god,
like,
dude.
holy
Dude,
shit.
if I ever met a girl who played League, it'd be like, she'd look at me like, I'm in Diamond. I'd just be like,
I just came.
He
I
didn't
can't
play-
even get out of
He didn't
goal.
play with that Nani with us. I forgot.
Okay, she didn't
be
do
like,
much.
Would you like to fucking carry me?
Yeah, no, because we played. Okay, there was this one game where me and Ryan were playing with this streamer, and like we turned on her stream to listen to it while we were
hot?
playing.
We don't know.
We shouldn't have a video cam.
She's getting.
If you're watching this, I commented on one of her
My
videos.
audio.
I commented on one of her videos to like follow us on YouTube. I don't think she will. But we carried her ass even though we lost the game. And we just had her on the street. I feel so bad for this Akali and this Aurelia. They're doing so great.
Well, no, she
But
goes.
fucking Jinx fed the band.
At the very beginning of the game, like I went in there, I ganked them, and she goes, "Oh my god, Aurelia, carry me!" And Josh got so upset.
I
He
turned
goes,
on my. I put on my tryhard.
Ryan was like, Josh, like, watch this, Tyler.
he goes, "I'm doing shit too, goddammit."
I was like 3-0, so I like TP bot, and I was like, I'll kill them all.
I got you, baby.
And I went
Don't
in
worry.
a triple kill.
TP's bot dies.
And like, okay,
I hate it when
so-
that happens. Like, I'm coming bot lane, ping it 6 times, and then the bot lane just stays under their turret, and then you die. You're just like,
Fast forward like
Fuck
3
yourself.
games after that, we stopped playing League. I think he wanted to like get off or something like that. We started taking a
That
break,
sounds like some Ryan shit.
and I was just sitting there
I gotta
watching
watch
her.
anime, let's be
Yeah, he was
real.
watching anime, and I started watching her stream, and she was like playing Talon, a champ that I know very well, and I was just watching her pull off combos that I do, and I was like, I'm gonna marry this girl. Holy shit!
I came back and I was like, "Josh is playing Talon." He goes, "I know." And
I was like, I don't
"Ugh."
want to talk.
Well, because it brings me back to there are girls who play it competitively, but now there's a market for you can kind of be a hoe on stream. You wear short enough shorts that your ass hangs out, a low enough crop top that your tits
And
kind of
big
hang
old
out,
boobies.
and basic. You've seen the video where Ninja makes fun of him, right? He's
Bodan
like,
Hung
"Oh my
Rose."
god, thank you. I'm gonna go put your name on the board," and he waddles over with his ass sticking out. That's what they
can I
do.
wear some jorts?
Please don't.
I'm gonna wear
I'm already wearing
jorts.
jorts.
No, I'm
talking
talking.
about the Dukes
I'm
of
talking
Hazzard.
about. I'm
Daisy
talking
Dukes?
about
Yeah, some
borderline
Daisy Dukes.
balls hanging out of my shorts if I open my legs far enough.
I can't wear
And then,
shorts
like-
that high.
I think I have a pair in my closet that I made.
Why not?
Oh, you want me to put them on? My dick will like literally fall out of them.
I have
Go get 'em.
chubbies. I have chubbies actually.
God, he's gonna go get the shorts.
I'm not gonna put on your shorts.
Well, now we know what the thumbnail's gonna be.
It's gonna be
Clickbait.
like the head of my dick just popping out of some shorts.
Clickbait.
But it's crazy to see how like.
I have underwear on. Don't worry.
Think about it. Think about it. When you were in high school, YouTube was the popular thing. YouTubers were everywhere. They were making so much money.
And now
and
look
then
at
all of
them.
a sudden, out of the blue, YouTube has fucked up their algorithm. They fucked up the way you make money. They fucked up the way you play games and upload content. And now Twitch has all of a sudden taken off where Fortnite's got like 1 million fucking viewers at a time. You're like, what?
What was it? What was
And
it?
like
today?
all of your
Or
old favorite YouTubers are now streaming on Twitch.
they're
Like we
dead.
were talking about, KYR Speedy.
Yeah,
This
he
is
streams on
Texas,
Twitch
ladies
now.
and gentlemen. Told you I had some little small shorts. Texas flag. I have American flags over there too.
kinda-
I
wanna
can
buy
see your
some.
chub.
I kind of want to buy.
Hey,
Well, I guess we're all matching
They're called
Texas flag
Chubbies,
shorts.
ladies and gentlemen.
Well, they're called
I would
Chubbies.
like a sponsorship. I would love to be sponsored by Chubbies. That'd be badass.
They're the frat shorts.
All I know is I want to be sponsored by fucking DiGiorno, and that's
Red Bull.
it.
Look at that shit.
I don't want to look at that shit.
Freaking.
Oh god!
He's gonna die.
I fell so slow because I tried to catch myself. Hey, yo, Randy.
But
My dog attacked me.
where the video game market has gone, it is now way more popular instead of to upload.
Hey, can I get
It's
up
our podcast gets more views than our gaming
Can I
videos.
get up now?
Like it's ridiculous.
Please move.
But it's
Oh my
crazy
God.
to see how
Oh, get
the
off! You stepped on my balls.
video game economy and the video game market. We are trying to do something serious.
She
here.
stepped on my balls.
It's amazing how the economy of video games has shifted from making quality content on YouTube to just live streaming 24-hour streams, seeing how many people will watch, donate to you. It's fucking crazy.
I
Well,
did that.
also think about it. Where were we 10 years ago with computers? Like, look at Tyler's computer now
Yeah.
to what we were like 10 years ago.
I had a potato.
10 years ago, we were all like 11 and 12, basically.
Oh yeah, fuck computers.
So, I mean,
I
we-
played consoles.
Yeah, so consoles. We can all agree consoles are dying.
Dead.
Consoles are dying, but I don't think they'll ever completely
No,
die
they
out.
won't die out, but they're dying. Everyone's getting PCs.
They're making PCs cheaper too.
They are.
And
My little
because
cousin bought a gaming computer for the price of how much I spent on my Xbox.
I was like, because it's easier to buy a pre-built PC now
Yeah.
instead of building your own. Because building your own is way more expensive than it should be.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Well, some of the parts are more expensive because of the Bitcoin
Yeah, well,
thing.
well,
Exactly.
not only
Because of
that,
what?
they have the
Because of the Bitcoin thing.
yeah, it was like the mine cards,
Yeah,
the
they were-
graphics cards. They mined them.
Yeah. For
Oh yeah, I
Bitcoin.
forgot about that.
It's like
So like the
Bro, you can
prices
mine
are really
crypto.
inflated on stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Bitcoin's a whole nother story.
I don't
Can you
even-
imagine if we just mined crypto.
Where were you during the Bitcoin extravaganza? Did you buy in?
I was playing.
playing
I was
League.
playing CS:GO.
How much was that shit worth at one point? It was ridiculous.
Some odd,
Didn't
something-
some dude make like millions of dollars off of just
No,
this Bitcoin?
not millions.
Billion.
Trillions. He made
No.
trillions.
There's-
Yes.
There's no one in the world
Yes,
who's
because
ever
he
been a
sold
trillionaire.
them all.
He'd be a trillionaire. He's not a trillionaire.
Well, no, I'm sure there's some sort of taxes and shit. Like, I'm
Yeah,
sure he
for
made
sure.
money and then he had to lose a specific amount of
And
it.
then he
Like,
Yeah, but how
Man made
taxes
money.
work, the more you make, the less you pay.
Oh, let's not get into that now, because I got quite the rager for that. I tell you
I
what.
mean, it's dumb as shit because Reagan broke taxes. He's a
Biden for
dumbass.
2020, I said it.
Reaganomics.
He's against marijuana.
Reaganomics.
It'll happen whether he likes it or
Yeah,
not.
it will
It's
happen.
gonna happen.
Marijuana will be legal whether it doesn't matter if the president
What
agrees
side
or
is
not.
Joe Biden on?
He's on the left.
Yeah, he's a,
Oh, I haven't looked at any of the candidates. I don't know.
Well, I mean, he just announced it yesterday.
Well, I mean, it's Trump against everyone on the left.
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering if they're like, are they gonna make anyone else run against Trump for the Republican or no? Is it just him?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Can we get someone else in there for the love of God? Person's a dipshit.
I thought Cruz was
I
going to go.
I didn't realize fucking a Cheeto could be in the White House.
The Zodiac Killer doesn't need to run for president.
I think
This is true. Factual.
Zodiac killers.
What?
Well, we've gotten off topic.
Ted Cruz is
Ted Cruz is Zodiac killer.
Yeah.
Fucking damn.
But
Confirmed.
I now
think-
can't feel my balls because of these shorts, but that's about the only downside, I think.
I actually kind of
Business.
completely forgot where I was going with the
Good.
microtransaction story because we got so far off topic. Like, we shifted into the video game economy.
All
That's
I gotta
off
say is
track.
I like microtransactions
Then it's
only
about
if
the
they have their own separate market for them.
they're
What?
they're very agreeable up to a certain degree.
You know what I really want to see in the future though, with like microtransactions and like their own like market for them?
Floating cars.
No, would be like a huge MMO game, right? Like, bear with me here, and like let's say there's a mission to like get Excalibur, and like
In the future, you want to see a mythical King Arthur sword.
fuck yeah.
Yes.
Would you not want to see? What did you not want to wield Excalibur in a game and just fucking dominate everyone that you had to grind for? But let's say they had made a market for it, right? And
And
you
it
can
fucks everyone else who's
no,
just beginning.
and you can sell that sword on the market and make money off of it.
That's people would break the system. They just make new accounts and keep doing it over and over and over. It's dumb. Can't do that.
You might be right.
I am right. Because people who play the game casually are no match for someone who grinds that game 16 hours a day. Because if you play casually 2-4 hours a day, the person who's doing it, I don't know, 16 hours a day is doing it 8 times or 4 times faster than
Think
you
how much
are.
money that those people
So
can
they
make.
can
though.
just-
It would
That
work.
just breaks the system.
It would work, but it would have to be on a basis of, in order to create a new account, you have you have to buy a whole new game. Like, you can't just create one account off the same game, like Rocket League.
Yeah.
Like Rocket League, computer, Xbox, whatever you play on. When you log in, that's the account you get. You don't get to make another account.
Yeah,
There's no option
Fortnite's the
for
same
it.
way.
Fortnite's the same way. So it could work, but there has to be very strict limitations to one account per game. So if you want to create another account, you got to spend another $60 to.
No, yeah,
If
that's
people
what I
are good
mean.
at it, they'd still be good at breaking it. Because if you're getting a broken game, how easy would it be to break it even more? What are the chances if they release a game like that it'd be complete?
Be completely what?
That would be 100% complete, and then they would actually patch that in time.
No game is ever 100% complete because you wouldn't need to add anything else to it.
Okay, not
There wouldn't be
100%.
DLCs,
Like,
there wouldn't
like
be.
an acceptable like amount of complete, not to the standards of today, but like the standards of the fuck it should be.
See, here's the problem with 100% complete, and I'll tell you.
It's never complete.
Single player games. Single player games.
I miss single player
9
games.
times out of 10. God of War. Horizon Zero Dawn
I
had
can't
one
believe I just said
DLC.
that.
Horizon Zero Dawn had one DLC that took you to a new map to explore a new area with Aloy, which was fantastic. It's the only DLC in the game. God of War doesn't have one yet. It's been out almost a year.
That'd be so cool if they released a new one, just a new part of the.
They're
map
talking
that you
about a
could
God of
explore.
War DLC, and I'm so in for that because I would just jizz all over the place because it's a fantastic game. But single player games, they may have bugs, like a character's face glitches out or something goes wrong,
That shit's hysterical.
but
They make me laugh. when
it's
it happens.
100% complete. It's a complete story. You play from beginning to end. You open the story, you end the story, you cry, you're happy, you're fucking angry. Multiplayer games have the problem of being half-assed, but you're allowed to play with your friends.
And also their servers suck sometimes.
No game has launched with perfect servers, and I don't think it'll ever be possible.
I don't know if it's possible.
Because you get so much hype behind the game, like, okay, we're anticipating like 3 million people to hop on this server, and all of a sudden it's like 6 million, and you're like, oh shit.
And I'll tell you who's awful at it. Ubisoft.
Ubisoft has terrible servers.
Ugh.
Treyarch is one of the big, like, Treyarch makes good Call of Duties, but their servers are the worst out of every Call of Duty. Like, their servers are so
I
bad.
think the only server I've seen that was probably good
Infinite
had to have been
Infinity
Battlefields.
Ward. Infinity Ward has good servers.
See, but my thing with
Sledgehammer?
Battlefield is not on the same dying slope that Call of Duty is, but war games and first-person shooters, they are severely sloping downhill.
I think Call of
into
Duty's
no
on the
longer.
dying cliff, and they just jumped off of it with Black Ops 4.
They're actually talking about the next announcement for the next Call of Duty will be late 2019. There will be another
Why?
announcement this year for the next Call of
They
Duty.
need to
Because
stop.
it went in production 3 years ago.
So stupid.
So the last one that'll be if they're gonna stop, it won't be next year. It'll be the year after.
Please stop taking my money, Call of Duty. Just please.
I don't think.
I mean, I won't buy another Call of Duty.
I don't think I'm buying another.
said that
I
about-
didn't buy the last one. He did.
I said that about Black Ops 4 and I still bought it.
But Black Ops 4 is not bad.
Yes, it is.
There are mixed opinions on it.
god-awful.
I like Black Ops 4. I think Black Ops 4 is
It's
okay.
okay.
That was alright.
God awful.
I did not. It is not
I
the
didn't like
worst
feel
Call of
anything
Duty.
special.
Good.
when I
It's
played
I'll
it.
give it
Worst
an
Call of
8
Duty
out of
I've
10.
ever played.
You're
I don't
fucking
know.
crazy.
I don't
When they brought out the
Ghost?
jetpacks and shit like that, I was like, I can't.
Yeah, no,
play this
all the
fucking shit
futuristic
anymore.
Call of Duties
Yeah.
are
I cannot
worse
play
And
those.
Ghost
than
was
Black Ops 4.
awful.
Ghost was
I
bad.
loved Ghost.
The story was good.
Infinite
but the
Warfare was bad.
multiplayer
Infinite
was
Warfare
shit.
is the worst Call of Duty to date.
True.
Hands down, sales and playtime.
Wait,
True chains.
Infinite Warfare. Is that the one that the trailer got like?
It's the
40
most
million
disliked
disliked
video on
thing?
YouTube. Was when they dropped the trailer, which I thought was fucking hilarious. But
which one was Infinite? Oh, I remember that. I think I got to like Prestige 1 or 2 and stopped playing that.
I think I got to like level 30 and I quit.
I didn't even buy that game.
Because the multiplayer,
You played it with
the
me,
multiplayer
yeah.
was an interesting concept, but it was the only thing.
Because it had Call of Duty 4 remastered. That's why you bought it.
Well, the only
We played
thing that
Call of Duty
saved
4
that
more than
game for
normal.
me in any aspect completely was the campaign. And then they removed the campaign from Black Ops 4, and I was like, now I'm upset. Now I want a campaign. I love Call of Duty campaigns. I love the characters. And there's actually talks that the incoming Call of Duty announcement, the game will have a campaign. And that excites me, but it's not enough to make
It ain't gonna make me
$6
buy it.
for it. Hell
I'm
no.
not buying it.
Hell no. But
Okay, yeah, I remember Infinite Warfare. That one, I would say it goes the worst. Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 4. I liked Ghost.
wrong.
I like Ghost
Why?
because they changed a lot of things that were good, and people just focused on the bad, but they literally revolutionized the next few games of Call of Duty. Ghost
I think
did.
it's all been downhill since Ghost.
Yeah,
Until you
true.
get to like Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 was fantastic. Like Treyarch has done nothing wrong in that category for
like
Black Ops 3.
I liked Black Ops 3, but it had jetpacks too. It's kind of like meh.
But their jetpacks were more
Advanced
they were
Warfare was my,
boosters.
Advanced Warfare was my favorite jetpacks just because it took skill to use them. Because you could reposition so fast behind people that if you weren't paying attention, you could completely outplay your opponent. Which is why you were so fucking good at it, because you just ran around dual wields who had 10,000 fucking movement speed and no one could fucking shoot you. Because you like just just
Okay,
smash
well-
them, just kill everything and run around.
I did cut out the audio from the last podcast because we talked about Call of Duty for 20 minutes and it was completely unnecessary. So let's get off the Call of Duty train. I want to get back to the single player
Suck a
multiplayer
fat
aspect.
cock.
I hope that single player games never die because in reality it is fun to play a multiplayer game with your friends, but there comes a point in time where I'm specifically, in my opinion, I'm just like I would kill for a single player game right now. Like I would kill for a story that brings me into the world. It's beautiful, it's complete, it makes me just emotional to play the fucking game. Instead of playing a multiplayer game, getting pissed off, and then buying a skin because I'm tired of not having one.
Yeah.
Like, single-player games have a special place on the gaming list, and I hope they never die.
I don't think they will.
There are certain titles, like Bethesda did with Fallout 76. It was a cool concept. You fucked it up. Don't ever do it again. Please don't ever do it again. You got lucky that ESO has worked out so far, even though it's kind of a piece of shit. You shouldn't do it again.
I'm waiting for EA to fuck up the single player Star Wars game they're coming out with.
Well, because they already canned the first company that was making it. There was another company. You remember how they showed like the preview image, and he was like standing in like this desert town, and there were the ships above him and shit.
You talking about Star Wars?
Yeah, there was a pre-release like video / picture, and the company that originally made it, EA, shut them down, and now they've handed it over to like BioWare. They've completely like handed it over. to
BioWare
somebody
already
else.
has Anthem to fucking fix. Don't give them another goddamn game.
Well, and part of the problem with Anthem is EA had more games coming out, so they pulled developers off of Anthem and put them elsewhere when Anthem needed all the fucking attention. It's crazy. I think the video game industry is taking a dark turn right now. I think it will eventually adjust itself and it will correct itself.
I want EA
But-
to go bankrupt. I hope we should boycott all of EA. Play their games, but don't buy anything in them.
You shouldn't even buy the games.
Yeah, at that
I've
point,
already
my-
bought Anthem, but I'm not going to buy anything. I'm not going to buy any microtransactions. I'll play the game, but I'm not gonna...
Honestly, the microtransactions in Anthem aren't even worth it. They're really
Oh
not.
no, God no, they're not even worth it.
Because, I mean, half the shit they give you, you're just like, you know what, I could just make this purple, my base armor, and it looks cooler than that shit.
They should. People who are gaming, because I guarantee 90% of people who play games are angry about microtransactions. And the worst company about it is EA.
Yep.
Why doesn't everyone just be like, fuck you, we're not buying your shit anymore until you stop being a dickhead?
Probably because they make a
Why do they
majority
just
of the
keep
titles
buying
we don't
them?
play.
I mean, I'm a dipshit because I fucking $140
Because they make games...
in the shithole.
They make a game look like a AAA title, something that's supposed to be top of the line in the video game
They've done
world.
it so many times. Like, why
But
do they
then
just
think
say
about
fuck
it.
them?
Think about it genre-wise. They appeal to you guys. They're making Star Wars games. I don't give a shit about Star Wars. I wouldn't spend $60 on it. You guys like Star Wars. You like the characters. You like the lore. You get to hold a lightsaber and a gun.
Love the lore.
At that point, that's worth $60 to you, whether it's a piece of shit or not, because you want to try it. You want to be a Jedi. You want to fire the fucking gun. You want to have the Force.
I want to
That's
pick
something you
someone
wanna
up
do.
and throw them 10,000 feet in the air. It's amazing. Like the Force Unleashed. Oh, do you realize EA fucked up the second one?
just want
Really
you-
bad.
You would so buy another game from EA if it was Star Wars related.
Dude, I'm thinking about not because I don't want. EA needs to fucking die in a hole. Quit being jackasses. Like,
Yep.
there's a point where you know
Or find a new CEO.
you know what right and wrong is, and EA is just like,
Elon Musk.
well, fuck everybody, whatever. We don't.
Elon.
It's
Elon.
like-
If Elon made a video game, I'd totally
I mean,
play it.
I'd buy
So
it.
would I. But like, what? Like, when did it? Like, who owns EA? When does that person feel bad about what they're doing to people?
Well, because
I think his bank account is substantial enough to where he doesn't give a shit what
yeah,
other
he
people
doesn't have
does.
to care as long as he's making the company money.
I hope he knows he's gonna go to hell. He's gonna burn in hell. That dude is a jackass.
Well, because like
It'll come back to bite him in the ass.
The lead developer for Anthem stepped away from the project until they released it, and then he came back because he's like, "This is a piece of shit. I don't want to work on this." The lead developer, the head guy at BioWare, was like, "Nah, I'm out. Deuces."
Probably because EA was fucking
Yeah.
him. That's
exactly-
ridiculous.
EA doesn't give a shit.
As long as they got that money.
Are you touching? I thought it was Remy licking the back of my calf. I was like,
Sorry.
that's I hate being licked on my calves by dogs.
Either way, I think at the end of the day, I think it will eventually correct itself, but we're gonna have to stay on a dark path of microtransactions
think EA's
until
ever
a
gonna pick
company
itself.
pushes it so far that the video game community just fucking explodes.
EA already has.
Yeah, but not a lot of
It's not
people play
enough.
EA.
But not everyone played the Star Wars game. I played the first Battlefront. I did not play the second one.
I thought. Yeah, you did.
No, he played
played
the
the
first
first
one.
I played the first one with Garrett.
Yeah, you
on
played the first
Xbox.
one. Me too.
Never,
few times.
never even thought about the second one. I was like, I don't care, because Boba Fett was my shit in the first one. I was so good with Boba Fett, but
I'm just pissed because EA doesn't care whatsoever,
all
and the
about
people
money.
who work for them, they obviously don't care
it's
either.
a job. That's all. They're doing the job that is being
With
handed
the
down.
video game industry now, I'm pretty sure they can go find another fucking job.
Honestly,
Guaranteed.
That brings up one thing I wanted to
Guaranteed.
talk about.
If I worked at a company that I was like, holy shit, they're fucking the community I love dearly, why the fuck would I still work there?
This complete. Thank you so much for saying that.
What did I do? I don't even. I'm so confused.
When you load up Blizzard,
Oh.
the thing I wanted to bring up, when you open up Blizzard, there's a video on there, and it's the head guy from Blizzard, the lead designer, head of Overwatch.
Oh, I love
basically.
that dude. He's really cool.
He's kind of weird though. Like he looks like he's like a recluse kind of.
I think most people who develop video games are.
But they're adding a concept, and I seriously doubt they're going to make you pay for it because that doesn't make any sense personally. But they're looking to add a concept that's a workshop mode. And what they're going to do is workshop mode allows you to take their base game modes and any other game modes they make and you can go into workshop mode and tweak every little detail to create your own custom game.
You guys would never see me ever again.
On top of that, you can create custom heroes.
Oh,
You will be able to
never
customize.
see me ever again.
You will be able to customize heroes, test them out, and here's my favorite part about that. This opens up so many doorways for anybody who uses it and Blizzard.
Just give me a Star Wars game. You guys will never hear from me ever again. I swear to God.
If someone was to create a character that was so fucking good, Blizzard could easily be
Hire them.
hire them. That opens up job opportunities for people who are like coding behind the scenes, doing their own shit. Because the way he worded it, they're basically going to take the software and the programming they use to make Overwatch and give you access to that to fuck with the game in a custom game and create your own shit. One of their examples was like when it launches, they have like 5 custom games they've already loaded in, and one of them is The Floor is Lava. So if your character touches the ground, you
Right.
automatically catch fire. So it
That's
puts
awesome.
it puts an emphasis on you have to play Pharah and Lucio.
I was like, is Lucio banned in that? Because
And
it's pretty fucking broken.
You can take that game mode and you can take their game mode and tweak it and make it your own. They're giving the player a way to create their own Overwatch experience, their own hero, and it opens up so many doorways for Blizzard to be like, you should come work with us. Or it gives exposure to people who are looking to create great works of art, and Blizzard's like, this person created this hero, we're dedicating it to them, and then they release a new hero. It opens up so many doorways, so many opportunities.
Give me a Star Wars game and I will create a world.
I
You guys would never. It would be fantastic. You guys would never hear from me ever again.
I think
Ever.
the
I'd be
concept,
gone. I would cut off everybody. Just like, I made a game.
I think
What?
what Blizzard's doing,
He
is
just like shows up
groundbreaking.
once. He's like, "Come."
just like just like beard. Just like
It's almost like they took Halo's Forge mode
I
and
was-
they put it on fucking steroids.
I was literally about to say this is
Dude.
kind of like when Halo gave us that option to like fuck with the game
Fucking
and like
base
on
battles, bro.
steroids.
that shit was fun.
Base battles were the shit.
That was
We did
awful.
that shit all the time.
I fucking hated y'all
But
for that.
I think honestly,
Your little bitch ass just snuck around in people's base and he like spawned in the other
I
base,
don't-
like blew up all your shit and ran away. You're just like, what the hell happened to my
I don't
freaking
know
Joker?
how
What's
many.
going on
I
here?"
don't know of any other companies that are doing it. But if there's not a whole lot, I think it's revolutionary. I think it's genius. I think it's
Do it.
fantastic, and especially for a game like Overwatch, where every hero is so diverse and different.
I would make I would make
It's.
a melee one.
I think it opens up a world of possibilities, and I think Blizzard can do no wrong with that. Honestly,
I would
really
I
think
would
they
make a
can.
melee assassin. They need that.
Because then it's one of
Really
those
do.
like whatever custom games you create, you load to the site and people can download them and play them. That opens up a whole new layer of Overwatch.
Give it to me. Give it to me now.
But
Paint me like your French girl.
there's rise and falls in the video game market and economy. Some companies are doing it right, some companies doing it wrong. EA deserves to burn in hell.
Agreed.
I don't know.
They
Yeah,
hurt me.
it's ridiculous.
Get a BC. Join the superior race.
What?
But I'm excited for Overwatch now. I'm so happy. That just sounds like such a good time.
That means I can make my character real
Yeah.
in Overwatch.
Yeah.
By the way, I already have like 7 ideas in my head for fucking. I hate you.
Dude, it's a fantastic concept because not only do they give you access to legitimately changing the game options, they're giving you access to the coding. People who know how to go in and
Code?
write lines of code,
Shit.
you can code your own custom games. That's just blows my fucking mind.
I feel like Ryan would go in and code everyone to have a cock.
She-mails for everybody.
If player exists, then player has cock.
Soldier 76 has a mangina.
Dude, it would
Telling you, I was gonna roast that kid if I could talk to him.
literally just Ryan would just bunch of weird ass game modes.
All right,
Like-
I say
Like it'd be like
you may block audio.
what's
I
it
wouldn't
called?
do that.
What's it called? What the, a relay race, but if they run around, they like pass a dildo. Just pass a cock around.
That's not a
They have
bad
to
idea.
race.
It's not a bad idea.
They have to race.
I say, last but not least, 10 to 15 minutes. You nerds hash it out with Star Wars. I'm gonna sit here quietly because I have done basically 90% of the talking. So you guys,
We've also been talking about Star Wars the whole time.
yeah, but you wanted to talk about the new trailer and whatnot.
I don't want to talk about the new trailer.
He
I
wants
just
to talk about how Anakin's the chosen one.
Well, go
No,
ahead,
they
talk.
finally explained what being the chosen one actually meant and how the Jedi and the Sith both read the prophecy wrong, and the only person who knew it was actually Qui-Gon Jinn.
You know what? I'll humor you. Explain it to me. I'll humor you. Go ahead.
That's because Qui-Gon was
have you
always
done?
the hero.
You got like 10 to 15
I love
minutes.
you.
Go ahead.
So, the prophecy was that there will be a child born like from the Force that will
Pretty much,
Hold on.
like
pretty much Jesus.
To clarify,
no.
I've seen the first 6 Star Wars, but I'm not a Star Wars
you
fan.
only need to see the first 6.
Yeah,
to
they're the only ones that
understand
are
what
really
I'm talking
important.
about.
I've seen them once, and I've never watched them again.
They're the only important ones. It's fine.
He was supposed to be born of the Force, and he was supposed to bring balance to the Force, and so the Sith read it as there's someone here to defeat them, and then the Jedi was like, we're gonna get the ultimate weapon and defeat the Sith. But and they both read it wrong. The person who knew it was Qui-Gon Jinn, and it means Anakin was the balance in the Force, as in he had the balance of the light and the dark within him, and if you can control it, if Qui-Gon Jinn trained him, he would have been the most powerful Jedi ever.
So he fucked up.
Pretty much.
Well, 'cause
he
he
died.
died.
He died in the
Darth
first
Maul
episode.
killed him. If Qui-Gon Jinn didn't die and got to train Anakin, then he would probably be a great Jedi and just be the most
The
powerful.
story would have been really boring.
Probably.
It would have been like the most powerful character in
Just
Star
Anakin
Wars.
walking around slicing people's throats in a
Because
good way.
the thing about Qui-Gon Jinn was he was actually, a lot of people think he's a gray Jedi, which means he also
He's not good or bad.
he uses the dark side and the light side, which in the Jedi code you're like, no one's ever supposed to touch the dark side ever. The only part, there's very few people who are allowed to, like Mace Windu's allowed to, because he has a power called Shatter Point, so he's allowed to look at you and figure out what your weakness is and use it against you, and that like has to do with the dark side.
That's a pretty Sithy thing to do, you know.
But yeah, that's what makes him the strongest, I think.
But that's
Jedi duelist.
yeah,
like
because
no one
he's
can
really
beat
good.
him besides Master Yoda.
Is that why
because
everyone
that's
thinks
why.
that Rey's the next?
They think
next
there's a
chosen
theory
one?
that she's the actual chosen one.
Because she can mess with the Force. With
She's on both
with
sides.
the dark side and the light side.
She's never touched the dark side.
I thought she did.
The only way you can use the dark side is if it's had been used against you most of the time and you accept it.
I thought she did when she touched
Wasn't
the
there-
dark side.
No, she hasn't done shit with the dark side.
When she went into the thing.
It just tried to tempt her. It didn't do anything
Yeah, I
about it.
tried to
Oh.
touch it, but-
That was
I
about
thought
it.
that's
It
what
just
it was.
said it's calling to her. But that's what it is. Like if Qui-Gon Jinn didn't die, Star Wars would be 100% different, and I wish they would go back and just like make another timeline show that.
No, I don't think they
fucking
ever will.
I
cool,
wouldn't
dude.
see that timeline.
Dude, Qui-Gon Jinn was such a badass.
Yeah.
He figured out how to become a Force ghost.
It'd
He's
been
the-
cool if like you got
went
like
to,
his
like-
earlier story too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Qui-Gon.
Like when he was younger, just
There
slaying the
is.
pussy and slaying the
there is
the
some
dark
earlier,
side.
There is some earlier stories about his previous.
But like a movies, like a whole
Because he
like
had
a whole series of him.
That would be.
Like I would watch.
fucking
I would watch a Qui-Gon trilogy.
I would.
But I do have one way to butt in here because I'm a movie analyst. The Solo movie didn't do so well.
That did.
Yeah, Solo movie did
Okay,
great.
No, it didn't do as well as they expected.
That's because they released it at an awful time.
it was bad.
If
They're-
they
they're
would have
talking
released
about-
it, they would have released it at a better time. Would have done better. But it was better. Like out of the new ones, it goes Rogue One, Solo, and then The Force Awakens.
But aren't you kind of getting into the part where you're kind of killing the series with so many movies back to back to back to back? Like,
Well, they're done after the 9. They're done after 9.
It's
there's
it's
only
the
one
end
movie
of.
left.
And then they're doing the Mandalorians, and then they're just doing a bunch of spin-offs after that, which is what people want. But
So I feel like
they
people
keep
want the extra
fucking
stories.
it up.
Like once this trilogy's
Pisses
over,
me
they
off.
don't want another trilogy. I think they just want
No one
more-
wants another trilogy.
They just want spin-off stories that you always had an interest.
Even
in.
Mark
You wanna hear.
Hamill's tired of it. He's been doing it for like 40 fucking years.
Mark Hamill's been
Dude,
around
the
for
only
some
Mark
reason
Hamill's the GOAT.
You know what's funny? Harrison Ford actually wanted to die in the 6th movie. He was supposed to die, but George Lucas wouldn't let him. And he was pissed to have to come back and play Han Solo. He should have died in the 6th one.
time. Yeah.
Someone needed to die. No one memorable died in the 6th one.
And that's how you keep people coming back. Major death, tragedy.
Besides
see what
like
happens.
Darth Vader, but he didn't really die. He turned into a Force ghost.
Yeah.
But like Qui-Gon Jinn discovered how to become a Force ghost because there's like some kind of Force priestesses on a planet, and they like taught him how to. But he had to do something to become a Force ghost. So he learned it from them, and then he taught Yoda, and Yoda taught Obi-Wan. And then there's a thing of why Anakin is one, but it's like really weird because there's 2 Force ghosts of Anakin. There's one that's a dark side, there's one that's light side, which is why he was the balance of both of them. And if you trained him right, he'd be insanely powerful. And
But
fuck
instead,
everybody. But
he lost
instead,
the
he-
high
An
ground.
asshole.
but like no one figured
You were
it
the
out.
chosen one.
No one figured it out. Like as the Jedi thought he was supposed to destroy the Sith. That's balance, but balance is equal dark, equal light. but he was the balance in the Force. You know who actually created Anakin?
No.
Darth Sidious, no, Palpatine, Emperor Palpatine.
Oh yeah.
His master. He created Anakin. They made him because Plagueis figured out how to create life through the dark side, and he tried it. And then he heard of a child being born, and he was just like, Darth Plagueis was terrified of Anakin because he thought he was the chosen one. He's just going to destroy all the Sith. But then Darth Sidious looked at it as, my master's being weak. This is an opportunity for him to make him turn to our side. So Sidious killed him. And when you kill your Sith master, you like gain their knowledge and their power.
It's weird, dude.
So he like,
But the Sith always roll in twos, man.
yeah, the rule of two. That's why Darth Sidious was really pissed when he found out Darth Maul was alive.
Because he was like, there's only supposed to be two of us.
There's not supposed to be two of us. I need
He
to
was
kill
like,
you.
He's like, someone's got to fucking die, man. They're fucking weird about it.
I will say the Clone Wars and how they did Darth Maul made me so fucking happy because Darth Maul is my favorite Dark Lord.
He's a bad.
Awesome!
He looks like
Fucking-
the demon from Insidious.
Dude, I don't give. You have a dual-bladed lightsaber. It's fucking amazing. I love Darth
He was
Maul.
pretty
Don't you
badass.
have a lightsaber?
No, not here.
Joseph did.
I was
That's
like,
Joe.
I know you were playing with one time on Snapchat.
Oh, those were piles. Those are Williams.
That was cool.
But
I totally
But,
put on
so-
lightsabers right now.
like after Darth Maul died, like I told my dad, I'm like, I want him to be alive forever. And then like 10 years passed, and they came out with that show, and they're like, Darth Maul's alive. I told my dad that, and he was like, you little shit. I was just like, I'm so fine. I told my dad the story of how Darth Maul lived. It's really cool because he got chopped in fucking half. The only way he lived was because the dark side kept him alive because he was so pissed at Obi-Wan that the hatred for Obi-Wan kept him alive. And then someone found him and built him legs.
I know someone who's got that kind of hatred for somebody.
Dude, yeah, the hatred that like if you like the hatred just the hatred
Yeah.
kept him alive. So he
I'm
like
gonna stay alive for a while.
his one goal in life was to come back and kill Obi-Wan for
God, could you imagine?
Chopping
I
him
get
in
hit by
half.
a car and fucking like the dog's like, he's just not gonna die. You see, Christian? That's my boy.
dude like there's
Sir, you
so
can't
much.
smoke that in here. his open corpse is on the table. You
Dude,
can't
I'm
smoke
wondering
that in
how
here.
Darth Sidious is gonna come back.
I don't
And
know
the
who Darth
Emperor,
is. Oh.
the Emperor,
Emperor.
because he's alive. You heard the laugh. You haven't seen the trailer, but the Darth Sidious laughs at the end of it. Emperor Palpatine, the cackle is at the end of the 9th trailer.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
at
know.
the end of it, and I'm like.
I hope that everything rounds
Sounds
out
to me like
perfectly.
they're
well.
grasping at straws. For,
I'm like, oh, what the fuck? But
turns.
there is a way he'd be
I don't know,
alive.
because I was one of the people that was really skeptical when they were announcing a new trilogy. I was like, I really like the way it ended. Like,
Well, J.J. Abrams is coming back to. He directed the 9th one.
it should be. I
The
just
dude,
hope it
the dude who
wraps up
directed
just
the 8th
fine.
one is autistic. He's fucking stupid.
He is.
We're gonna make a
I'm
Star
have to
Cruiser
agree.
have fuel.
That
A
doesn't have
giant
fuel.
ship in the sky that flies through space. We have nuclear submarines who can like sit in the ocean for 20 years without running out of fuel. You're telling me a giant ship in space has
With
to
this
stop
technology?
at a space gas station and refuel? Are you shitting me?
It's like they went back in time.
Go
Pretty much.
fuck yourself. You have a fucking
Well, I
laser
mean,
sword. Can
it is
move
shot a
shit
long,
with your
long time
mind.
ago.
You still have to put gas
In
in
a
Star
galaxy.
Cruiser.
Far away.
Go fuck yourself,
Could you
dude.
imagine?
And that
just
was
like, does
the
anybody know how to pump gas?
dude. That was the entire plot of it. It was this like one they were chasing each other. This one was running out of fuel, and this one was a bigger
Yeah,
one, but this
literally-
was smaller. So this one could move a little bit faster, but
And,
was running out of fuel. And they were like it was literally just the
And not only that, Christian, they
In space-
reincarnated Jar Jar Binks.
no, they didn't. But then
With that Asian girl, don't tell me they didn't.
oh yeah, and
That's
then
funny.
you know there's usually a subplot in the movie that at the end it'll come back and like
Yeah.
provide. They could have literally cut the entire side thing out. Nothing would have changed. They failed the side mission, so nothing changed in the plot. They didn't do jack shit.
It was stupid.
Besides release some animals on a
I
fucking
swear
planet
to-
filled with rich pricks.
I swear to
who
God,
were
dude.
abusing the animals. The only thing it provided was it showed that you don't have to be born from a Jedi to have the Force. Because
Yeah,
it showed a little kid like he was a little kid just he was gonna sweep and so he like did this and
Yeah.
a broom went to his hand.
Some
and he
little
started
kid just looking
sweeping.
up in space and just goes,
and just pulls a broom to start sweeping. I was like,
I was like, who the hell is this fucker?
I was like, oh shit.
It's like, wow, great, another trilogy's coming.
No, everyone in the theater when I went was like,
What?
Just God.
yeah, literally everyone goes, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was kind of.
My mom was like,
What the
Well, my mom like missed it because she was like looking up in space, like, oh my god, what's
No,
gonna
dude,
happen?
and
I was
get-
like, Mom, you fucking missed the entire like ending.
Oh, and guess what? Guess what they did because you don't give a shit, right? You're never gonna see them.
No.
Okay, so the 8th one, you know how they ended the movie? The one that was running out of fuel turned around because it had just enough fuel to jump
hyperspace.
into
A little bit of
hyperspace or light
hyperspace.
speed. And this ship is like 100 times the size. Goes into light speed, goes right through it, and destroys it. I was just like, it took you 8 movies to use light speed as a fucking weapon? You could send a little ship this big, light speed, through a giant planet, it'll blow up that planet. There's no need for the Death Star now. There's no need for jack shit now. Ultimate weapon? Put a ship into light speed and run into a planet. You'll win.
I smell plot holes.
There was a lot of plot holes in
And
that
like,
movie.
the one that pissed off Ryan the most is that Princess Leia had the
No,
Force power. I was just
and
like,
we now just figured that out.
no, she's had them the entire time. She's
Well,
a
like,
Skywalker.
Yeah, no, it's perfectly fine. I knew she had.
She's
the
a
first-
Skywalker,
she's a
you
Skywalker.
jackass.
Like, it's so fucking stupid.
No, it's not. Yes, it is.
let her
die.
Just let her die.
She's supposed to die in the 9th one. That's why they didn't let her die in the 8th one. And
No.
plus,
She fucking flies out of the
Christian, in
spaceship.
space, she is fucking frozen. She has no armor. She has nothing covering her
Just in
face.
space, just floating
Yeah,
there,
she just,
smiling
and then
like.
and she goes, "Oh, I'm fucking Superwoman."
wait, you do realize
I was
if
like,
you-
Force pulls herself back into the fucking ship.
you do realize
so
if you
fucking
float
stupid.
out in space, you have like a minute and a half before you die.
bullshit.
She was just floating
If you
there.
hold your breath, you.
Yeah, like
She's not holding her breath. She's already fucking. She got exploded by her
She got
son
thrown the fuck out into
Yes.
space,
By
and
the
she's just
way-
sitting there like, I love my
By the way,
force pool.
hold on. By the way,
So fucking dumb.
if they let her die like that, it would have been worse than letting her use the Force because it was a random fucking missile that destroyed like the what's the thing?
No, what they should've known was-
hold on.
Usually
Does-
ships have shields. God damn it! You
Does she
can't
pull
blow it up.
herself to the ship, or does
Yeah.
she pull the ship to her?
No,
She pulls
she
herself
pulled
up to the
herself,
ship.
Christian herself.
It's in space. There's like that's easy to do. There's no fucking. There's no
Well,
friction. You can just be
I
like.
would think all
and
the
you'll
time
fly
you
to
see
it.
the Force, they pick something up and pull it. They don't.
No.
They don't like gravitate themselves.
Yeah, no, yeah,
to
she
it.
fucking flew, Christian.
You can pull yourself to something.
I've never seen it, but I'm just saying, like from what I've seen, most time when
You
people
can
use
like
the Force,
force
they just
jump.
like.
you can pull yourself. You can like propel yourself
Christian,
towards
she
stuff.
fucking turned into Superwoman and was like,
What? There's.
I was full-hearted expecting her to go.
yes, dude.
Guys
Okay,
pull her
so like,
fucking way.
so her son, Kylo Ren was supposed to kill her. He was like fucking sitting there like, I'm gonna get you, bitch, and
Oh,
then
he's a
like,
pussy.
yeah, and then he goes,
He couldn't kill his mom.
he goes,
but
and then flew off, and then the fucking missile just goes, and I was like, holy shit!
Well,
and then
for
it blew her up, and then she goes, I'm Superwoman.
Well,
bitch.
for one,
And fucking just flew in, I was
when
like,
they blew up the
what
little
fuck?
the plate, I forgot where they are, like the cockpit or whatever, the cruiser, it killed like 6 characters from the previous trilogy. Like it killed Admiral Akbar and a few other generals that like were in the just killed them randomly. Like it was just like Admiral Akbar's dead, and there was nothing. People were like, "What? You just killed? It's a trap. What the fuck's going on?"
And then
did.
it spent a whole 2 minutes of Leia just floating in space.
Yeah.
Well-
until she starts pulling herself
Well,
out.
if they let her die like that, I'm pretty sure if they let her die
So-
like that, it would
so
have
what
pissed
I'm
off
hearing-
more people than they.
What I'm hearing is you got honey dicked.
No, what you're hearing is that
That
the
is
director,
the only Star Wars movie I have not watched 5 times.
yeah, literally, because you want
I
to know why?
skip it.
That director was fucking retarded. He
I
needs to
skip it.
just not make any more movies ever.
He created 2 plot holes that didn't need to fucking be in Star Wars.
I skip it.
He's a
every
fucking
time.
retard.
Why would you, for
They
one, randomly make Star
Not
Cruiser
one.
fuel?
There was not one
And two-
lightsaber scene where they're fighting each other. They're fighting with each other, and I'm like, pretty cool scene, but I want them to fight each other.
No. The scene with Rey and Kylo is by far that's the only thing good about that. That is by far
One of the best
probably,
scenes.
if not the greatest scene in Star Wars. It is insane. It is.
5 minutes.
It's a beautiful like choreographed and
It was-
directed scene.
yes.
It's beautiful. It's
It was-
amazing. Like if you watched, you'd be like, I kind of want to get a lightsaber and fight.
The
someone
only
now.
good thing-
Like, is the guy who plays Kylo the one in Black Klansman?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that guy so
Yes.
much.
Adam,
He's so
Adam
It was
good.
Driver.
directed by Rain Johnson.
Fuck that guy.
We're gonna go
Adam
kill
Driver.
What else has he directed?
Shit movies, probably.
Ryan Johnson, spelled R-I-A-N.
Ugh.
No
That's
wonder.
why he's dumb.
His parents spelled it
No
wrong.
wonder.
I think I'd have Asperger's.
This is
too
what he
if my name
looks
was spelled
like.
that.
Yeah, fuck that nerd.
Fuck yourself, dude. You fucking ruined my childhood.
He
you
did.
cock.
That's like him. That's like if he directed fucking Kingdom Hearts. He
Okay,
fucked
hold
your
on.
shit up.
No, the
Dude,
entire,
he
the
did
entire
Brick.
Square Enix company.
The Brothers Bloom. He did Looper and The Last Jedi.
Really? all those shitty movies. There was like, let's give him Star Wars.
Well, Looper was
Actually,
okay.
I
Looper
think
was alright,
Looper
but,
got
like-
decent reviews.
Yeah, Looper was okay. Only because
Looper's not fucking Star Wars, man.
they had two great characters
By
as
the way,
main
the
characters.
Looper is a plot hole too, because you send your past self to be killed by your future self, then you wouldn't exist at all. That's
No,
dumb.
no.
So you couldn't go back, and it creates like there's a paradox, and it's dumb. It makes no sense.
But two good actors, that
Those
can
are
carry
Gordon
that can
Levitt
carry
and
yeah,
Bruce Willis,
that can carry a movie. But when you
Dude,
have
that guy, like he made the
He gave
previous
Star
three-
Wars fans.
He made the
had-
best trilogy
Christian-
obsolete completely because there's no need for a Death Star after that. There's no need, and there was 2 Death Stars, so there's no need for Jack fucking Dick.
fucking two.
I
Well,
love his reaction.
technically 1.5. The second one wasn't fully built, but it
It's
was
a
fully
point,
operational.
but still,
which is a line in the movie.
I would think after they blew up the first one, you wouldn't need another one.
hey,
See, that's what a lot of people thought, but
Darth
that's-
Vader-
That's what I would think.
But Darth Sidious is a cocky prick, so he was like, you know what? They blew up the first one, taking
on
out
top
the
of
vent.
that, you want to
And
know
it's like,
fucking Jar Jar Binks reincarnation?
I would have
her first
rather
scene-
had Jar Jar Binks come out of nowhere
Yeah.
and fought Kylo and Rey, and then they just chop his head off.
Me
That
too.
I would have rather had that than a.
you would have left your
fucking-
ass.
Okay, so her
cut his
name-
head off.
Christian, her
but
name
no,
is
no. They fucking turn around to Star Cruiser like let's use some light speed and a bitch with purple hair who's just a cunt through the entire movie.
she is.
She legitimately didn't tell
Poe.
not Poe. No, not Poe. Yeah, it's Poe. It didn't tell Poe.
No,
sorry,
it's
my
not
bad.
Poe. Yeah, it's
I was
Poe.
thinking of Finn. Sorry. She didn't tell.
Kung Fu Pandas?
So Poe's like he was the leader of like the basically the Air Force in Star Wars. I forgot. I don't remember what it's called right now. But he
Pretty much, she's right.
he had a plan like this. Our lab. We have to go fight them or we die. And the purple bitch was like, I have a plan. Not gonna tell you. And so Poe got pissed and was like, people are gonna die if you don't do anything. And she just wouldn't tell anyone the fucking plan.
And you wanna know-
you know what the plan was? Sneaking away in escape pods
And not
to a planet like down like a little bit further. Like they won't see it because they're gonna be blocked by the big ship.
And you
We're just
wanna-
like,
yeah.
and then it's like the giant in like fucking First Order ship is like state of the art. So they fucking saw them and they started shooting them out of the sky. And I was like, oh, that purple haired bitch just killed everyone until the only redeeming part was that she killed herself. Because she fucking deserved it. Because she's the one who turned the ship around and used it as a weapon.
And not only that, Princess Leia comes back to life. Okay, or not comes
like
back.
in a
She,
coma.
yeah, she wakes up and she goes. Her and the purple bitch are talking. She goes, "Wow, that hothead. He's just and they're like, he just needs to learn more." And I'm like, that
I'm like-
motherfucker had a plan to go kill some motherfuckers. What do
I'm
you
like,
mean?
bitch, if there were like 500 people on a ship and I had an opportunity to save them because you're being a cunt muffin and won't tell me what your fucking plan is, escaping with escape pods and using the rest of the fuel to fuel those, which is like the reason why she didn't tell anyone. She didn't want anyone to get angry at her.
What's that bitch's name? Rose, right? That's the.
That's the Asian
That's
bitch
the Asian-
that ran off
okay,
with Finn.
Wait, so what are they going to do now that Carrie Fisher's not here?
She already finished finishing 9.
She finished
She
filming.
finished
yeah,
okay.
she finished 9. Like
She finished
8 and 9 were
but
already
she dies
finished.
in 9. Like she's supposed to die in
Yeah.
9.
Gotcha.
But like, dude, like,
I was getting ready for some Paul Walker CGI Fast and Furious type shit.
dude,
Stop too soon.
Dude,
Paul Walker is my boy.
That movie is a clusterfuck because that man is a dipshit.
And Rose is fucking retarded.
I have no directing experience. I could have made a better movie than that.
Christian, there's a scene where Finn is about to go commit suicide. I really wish that he didn't, but he had balls.
Oh, yeah, he
goes,
was-
I'm gonna go fucking blow myself
Against
up.
like you know the giant four-legged walkers.
IT walk.
So imagine those times like 5 or 6. So they're
They were
fucking
huge.
huge.
Took a minute.
And Finn is like in a little tiny speeder, just like I'm gonna fucking charge at it.
Is that
and
kind of
so-
like Halo Wars? You're in a ghost compared to a scarab.
Yes,
basically?
But like
Yeah.
a scarab on crack.
Yeah.
And he was just flying at it. He's like, I'm gonna fucking kill this thing because it was a cannon that was charging up, so he was gonna fly into the cannon to make it explode, so they could like save the base. And this little Asian bitch comes out of nowhere and hits him away,
his ass
hits him away from the cannon.
hits him, and you want to know what she does? She kisses him, and I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? That is not your man.
I'm like, I love Finn, but if he died in that movie, it would have made.
It would have been great. It would
would've been a
fun.
better-
I would have been happy with it. And she goes, I just didn't want you to go, and fucking kisses him, and I'm like, bitch, the whole base
I'm
is
like,
gonna
he
blow up.
goes away! Don't you touch him!
Everyone in the fucking scene goes, yo, fuck this Jar Jar Binks wannabe, and I was like, yeah, fuck her.
Dude,
Ass movie. Don't
and like
watch it.
Shitty movie.
Finn and Rose, their side story, they failed it. They could have taken it out of. You could legitimately take that out of the movie. Does nothing.
And then they
besides gives you a reason of why she hid him away from the camera.
Not only that, they added some stuttering fuck that was like useless.
Oh, the gambler dude.
Yes.
Yeah, he just ended up butt fucking him.
Yeah. Like, fuck that.
It was
He was
such
like, he was
a
like,
stupid
he was,
fucking.
He was,
movie.
he was basically like, it's a war. I'm here to make money, and he basically just sold them out, and he made like million credits off of it, which is like the Star Wars currency. So like,
so
I'd be
fucking
like,
stupid.
yeah,
man.
he's an arms dealer. You sell to both sides. Doesn't matter.
This was way more entertaining than I thought it was going to be.
It
You
was
want to know
so
why?
fucking stupid.
We're upset, Christian. If this movie doesn't
And if this
get good,
dude, if this movie doesn't come out to be fucking perfect, I will.
Y'all's pain over this movie actually brings me quite a bit of joy because it's funny. Mainly because I don't watch Star Wars. That's why. But
Dude,
that's our childhood.
the first movie I ever saw in theaters with my papa was Star Wars.
Yes, Papa.
I saw episode 1 in theaters with my dad and my brother. I remember to go see it. I think I was like, what was it 2001 or 1999?
It was
Either
Definitely
one.
the 2000s.
I was either 2 or 4 when I saw it, and I remember seeing it
Yep. My mom took me too.
because Darth Maul is fucking badass.
I was like, my mom literally,
cool
we
fucking
have literally gone to every single midnight release for Star Wars, and I was very disappointed in this. My mom
I
goes,
felt bad because I took G to go see episode 8, and G was like,
Shit movie.
She was just like, it was okay. I was like, gee, that fucking sucked. You know. And she was like, I didn't want to say it. And I was like, I was like, I feel
My
bad 'cause
mom-
I just wasted 3 hours of your life.
I know my mom was so bored when she goes, I fell asleep, and I was like, I should have fell asleep too. This is bullshit.
I should have closed my eyes because it pissed me the fuck off just watching it.
I would have rather Jar Jar Binks came out with a fucking boner and tried to fuck Ray than watch that movie. Be like, me want some whatever. I forgot what the fuck he sounds
Well,
like.
like Kermit the Frog, calm down.
Me want some Gucci.
Yeah, I was like, dude, fucking. It would have been better if they like Jar Jar Binks was supposed to be he was supposed to be a Sith Lord. He was supposed to be the secret Sith Lord, and then people figured it out. We're like, George Lucas, you're a fucktard. So he was like, we're gonna make him go away now, and that's how that happened.
Yeah,
Because he had
literally.
force, like if you look at episode 1, he used force powers the entire time. He had Sith eyes the entire time, but when he goes back to his race, his eyes change, and he just like,
That would be the only movie I watch of Star Wars if it was a Jar Jar Binks movie because I know all of you would hate it and I'd be like, I'll watch that one.
But they made him so stupid because they wanted to make the shock of him being a Sith Lord because like, it's
he's-
like he's kind of like the drunken master. Like you act drunk and you end up like kicking someone's ass.
Yeah.
He's kind of like that basically.
He's pretty much got downsies and just like. Don't tell me he doesn't.
What?
Jar Jar Binks.
No, it's all fake.
Yeah, I know,
It's like the
but
drunken
he
master.
acts like he has it.
Yeah, it's the point. He's supposed to act dumb so the Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan are like, just like, you're a stupid Gungan, you're fine. So they never think of it, but then he
Fucking
jumps
Gungans.
30 feet in the air and flips and splash into water, and they're just kind of like, he's dumb, whatever.
They added some Asian bitch
No,
in you.
I'll tell you what, we're gonna wrap this up right here. But when that next movie comes out, the entire podcast is y'all's that day. I will let you guys talk about Star Wars the entire hour when that movie
Fuck
comes
yeah,
out.
dude.
Depends on if it breaks my heart or not.
No, because if it does, you'll have more to talk about.
Fuck that.
Thanks for tuning in to Views Beyond the News. Gambling Gamers signing out.
Bye.
Hey, Christian, you recording this?
Yeah, I am.
All right, well, fuck off.